This is Thomas, and he lives all the way in Lithuania. Thomas with his co-founder Tomas co-founded a company called Aphoneafriend, and they're trying to replace all apps with conversational AI.
Let's build an AI smartphone which cares for you. You know, like an actual friend who never is an asshole. Introducing a phone, a friend. It knows you, helps you, grows you, entertains you. It keeps everything in one flow next to all of your apps. A smartphone which puts you and not the serving the attention economy at the center.
That's a pretty hard problem. You might have seen a lot of devices in the news lately, like this one or this one, all of them coming out with the promise of replacing your iPhone. Why do you think conversational AI will kill apps first?
Yes, me and my partner Tomas, co-founder, also Tomas, me Tomas, so it's easy to remember, comes from our own dissatisfaction how we interact with mobile phones, with the smartphones. And this relationship between us users and smartphones and the companies and the social media and many other things, we think it's not, relationship of equals. And we can see, we love our smartphones as humans. It's in the center of everywhere in the world. Smartphone is the center, but they don't love us back or not enough. And we get, anxieties, depressions, all of those things connected to the usage of the smartphones. Overusage, probably. The AI has a potential to really humanize the tech because it has this, no technology before that has this extremely intuitive, human-like interaction. And basically it's, chat. It could be done by voice, you could type, doesn't matter. Basically, the way you experience the world, the way you talk to people, you just talk or communicate. And apps are not built like this. Not all of them, right? I believe eventually apps will disappear. But if we would just switch like this and said this tomorrow, apps bye-bye, and these are main issues with these new exciting technologies like Rabbit AI and especially Humane, is because it at first claimed, forget your phone. We believe it's impossible. The phone as it is almost, we evolved with the phone. There's no way of getting off the screen. We can think of many weird things, eyeglasses, sunglasses, eyeglasses, whatever, wearables, but still we need screen. You need to see Instagram pictures. They're not going away. And you need to take the picture of your loved ones, whatever, watch videos. So these are definitely going to stay, but they will gradually evolve into other ways how we experience them, right? So we thought, and our concept had this kill switch, you can always flip back to your safe house, to a safe home of apps. You know it very well. And then you can go back to the AI friend mode, which is completely different how we organize information. Amazing progress of AI. It still will be an evolution. We will need the screen, we will need the apps. They will gradually morph into something else.
The thing is that at least for the next decade, I don't see us getting rid of this thing. I'm pretty sure iPhone is not going to get obsolete, at least for the next decade. The problem right now is that most apps are clunky and they require too much effort from us to navigate. And I feel like the biggest problem right now is screen time and anxiety caused by these apps,
yes.
Correct? So let's say in this futuristic trend that we're seeing where people are going to switch to Aphoneafriend and more devices like that, how do you envision screen time going down using your device?
The main issue, I've seen some which apps make us happiest, and there's almost total correlation with the amount you spend on screen time. It makes you unhappy, and the less time you spend, for example, on calendar, on some tools, right, navigation. Yeah. These things are the best use cases. I will tell you, we have the idea of, it's called a radio friend. So a radio friend is a very simple idea of creating AI-produced audio news for you in the instant, extremely personalized to your tastes, to your preferences, to your desire to have inspirational kind of news or more, realistic. So this is the step towards getting away from the screen. Listening, not, you still can read, with text to voices, it's not that hard anymore, but spending less time looking and spending more time and less time searching and more time on whatever you want, but just listening to it, hands-free and getting exactly what you want. Figure out how to solve it. When you think, you can do it via the voice or you can just chat, you don't need an app. You can just say, I need, like you mentioned, examples. I need an Uber right now to go home. That's it. It already knows everything, right? You don't have to, but it will be a pressure from the app producers like Uber, for example, to say, wait a minute, but we don't like this kind of environment because it's hard for us, to sell something else, like premium service, and maybe they will find the way, or us, we will find, the dialogue, how to do it. But just like roughly take it out and just leave it to the voice, it will be some kind of friction, right? Between the apps and app producers or companies, and just saying, we will do it via the voice, which removes a lot of nuance, right? And what you need if you're ordering something, I don't know how long it will take, but definitely we will use voice or simple things. One thing we also thought about is that turns out not all people at all like to be controlling things with the voice. For example, me, I'm not that keen on everywhere I go, I speak, I feel, like my private space is limited. I like to type. So there will always be two options, you can type, you can talk, but the general idea, Aphoneafriend, we don't have the vision of it actually becoming a human-like entity, Friend in a sense that it will be helpful, it can cheer you up, and you can talk about things, but as humans, we moved from DVDs to streaming, from whatever, from paper to many other things, and we will move. That's the amazing thing with humans. We can never sit alone silently in the room. We need to do some things. So this gives us hope.
There is a possibility that in the future we're just going to have one conversational AI where we just talk to it and it does all our tasks. And also, we're now bombarded with ads all the time. What do you think? Do you think we're going to have all the apps replaced by this conversational AI, or is that seems like a distant dream?